a sham. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Fast fires lit the match. The fire spreading through the town. No more pity parties, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend. It won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown.
What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and this week DSP goes crazy thinking that he's better than everyone else, telling people multiple times to get a job so they can give him money. He's gonna say, I don't understand why people don't want to be just like me. They want my life, dude. And he's gonna go absolutely batshit crazy. And we start off on Sunday with DSP holding and hugging the love of his life besides himself, money. Now, do you notice anything about this picture here? So apparently LOLCOW Live put a bunch of empty chair streams on, and does one of these look very, very familiar? And then DSP put this out on Twitter because he has to shit all over the FGC any chance he gets. But remember, he doesn't want anything to do with FGC. He doesn't want to talk about FGC. He doesn't want them to talk about him. It's over. It's done. He wants nothing to do with them. By the way, here he is bragging about the numbers going down for Evo and saying how Evo's dying. Ever since Sony bought them, it's gone downhill, and it's all corporate, dude. The heart and soul is gone, dude. And he especially makes fun of Mortal Kombat 1 losing players, because you know he rage/wage quit that game. And then he was bragging about Evo dying and how all FGC people are sheep and shills and they don't care about the games, they just want to get paid. And he was bragging about the attendance for Evo going down. And then one person said, maybe people don't want to travel to the United States right now. And DSP said, oh, that's bullshit, that's all propaganda. Nobody hates the United States. That's just leftist bullshit that they make up to make excuses. Then goes on to say how expensive it is to go to Vegas. And he even said him and his wife were looking at trips, and said it would cost him over $5,000 to go to Vegas. But then again, look at how much food his fat wife eats. And then DSP was even talking about Street Fighter 6 being at Evo. And of course, he's got to make it about himself. And he says, the more I play Street Fighter 6, the more I dislike it. And then DSP's going to go on to talk about all the people he beat. But he's not going to mention that he also lost to these people as well.
Strategies. The whole online component has changed the face of competitive gaming. You no longer have to converge on one spot of the planet to play the best players. You can play them all the time. Now, yes, there's factors of lag and latency, but still, you can actually study the meta of the game ahead of time. You can play against the best players online. I mean, hell, I've done it recently. I've been playing top CVS2 players. I played Justin Wong. In Street Fighter 6, I played people like Nephew, right? I played Chris G. I played Noah the Prodigy, who actually is one of the best players in the world now. And I played him in Street Fighter 6. Previously, I never would have had those opportunities. I would have had to go to a tournament, right? So,
and you're probably wondering, what was DSP's big point in this whole FGC rant about Evo? And he complained that people that were at Evo were complaining about the lag in person. And of course, DSP uses this to justify every single time he plays online that there's lag and people are cheating, just to soothe his ego. Because as a narcissist, he cannot let anything ever be his fault. And now it's gotten so bad, he went on a 40-minute rant about Evo and FGC to try and justify him losing online and blaming it on the lag. And now DSP said he will play Donkey Kong again. However, he will not play the collectathon. He will skip to the ending, rush through it, just so he can get it over with. What a great strategy. What a great way to pump up your streams. Let's just get this over with. Guys, why is the attendance so low? Guys, why is the support so low? I wonder why, Phil. And if you want proof that DSP is a closeted homosexual, it comes out more and more during Death Stranding 2, because he can't help himself. The gay jokes are coming out of him.
Well, whatever. Well, he wants me to take another shower, so let's do it. He keeps saying to take a shower. I think every time there's a story mission, you're supposed to take a shower. I guess we'll skip the butt this time. We've seen it. Oh, instead of the butt, we get this. Sweet. We get a totally different Rita's view this time. Wow. Now, you know that Hideo Kojima actually has the raw footage of truly naked Norman Reedus, and he keeps it for himself, and he watches it between game dev sessions. The full body scan was undertaken. All right. Let's see. Oh, Dollman wanted to talk. Too bad, Dollman.
And you know, if that was a woman, he would be absolutely disgusted. That slut. What the fuck is wrong with these devs? What's going on? Absolutely fucking disgusting. But if it's a dude, look at his ass, look at his dick. Ha 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 ha. I want to see more, dudes. And if you want further proof of how much DSP loves dick, here's another example of DSP being a closeted homosexual.
Sam, you've arrived. Let me go get my dong suck. Wait, what? You're gonna do what? No, I'm gonna go get my dong suck. You know, you want to talk to him, right?
And then we have Potion, who brings up an interesting point. DSP keeps pushing. DSP tries it when his wife gets home from work, so she doesn't have to cook. However, every single thing he orders is for himself, and Kat doesn't get anything. Something's not adding up here, almost like she's not there anymore. And then DSP also believes it is absolutely weird and bizarre that there's adults who record themselves at Disney World and buy Disney stuff. It's almost feel like they have passion for Disney, and it's the childlike wonder that they still possess, unlike you, who is dead inside. And look at that organic support. $200 from Mork. That is right, Mork. And look at that face. That is a face of a man who loves his job, loves his wife, loves his life. And DSP finally got his Burger King, his brisket burger, and guess what, guys? He didn't like it. It was slop. It blows my mind that after 43 years of being on this earth, this alien still doesn't understand that fast food is not gourmet food. And DSP always says he eats healthy. He doesn't eat all this unhealthy stuff. He treats his body right. Bones Pass points this out. The Whopper he ate is over 1,000 calories. The whole order together is 2,375 calories. But remember, dudes, he eats healthy. He treats his body right. And of course, what's a DSP tries it without him complaining about the driver? And him being a Karen about how the driver couldn't speak English.
No, I got the food. I have the food. It's just, I'm going to tell you, this is the problem with these gig jobs, is that you could get one person who literally is like the best person ever. They go above and beyond. They're ultra nice. They do everything right as instructed. And then you can get someone who's just a complete buffoon, does everything wrong, hinders you and your schedule and everything. But yet they're all expected to get tips and everything. It's like, I already tipped the guy. Like, seriously, I probably wouldn't have tipped him at all with the way that he just did that. And I'll tell you in a second. Let me get the food over here. That guy does not speak English at all. The guy who just delivered it. So, you know me, I live in a private community. You need to read the instructions. It says where to enter the community from. It tells you the gate code. It tells you where to go in the community to deliver the food. He can't read. The guy's actually illiterate. So he drove up to the front gate, and here I am trying to finish that mission with you guys. And he's clicking the button on the app that says, I have arrived, I have arrived, I have arrived. No, you didn't. You're not outside my house. You're at the front gate. You have the code. You have the instructions. He can't read. So he's just clicking the button like this. So luckily for me, I have a way to just open the gate. So when I saw that, I opened the gate. He drove all the way back here. And then, I'm not kidding, he got out of his car and he just stood there at the front of my house like this, clicking the button again. I have arrived. I have arrived. The instructions specifically say, just drop the food off and leave. It says just leave it. It's a drop off at the door. He just keeps pressing the button like this. So here I am trying to finish this mission with you guys, and he keeps pinging me to go downstairs like, dude, just leave the fucking food. Then I go to get the food. I open the door. The guy, he stares at me like a deer in headlights, okay? Like, am I the guy? I'm like, yes, that's my food. So I take it from him, and he goes, 5-star. What? 5-star. Give 5-star. Give 5-star. He wants me to give him a 5-star rating for that stellar delivery. For the record, there's no 5-star. It's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and you can click like, oh, it was speedy delivery, took care, was nice. There's no 5-star. So the guy doesn't even know that the company he works for doesn't give 5-star ratings, but he's asking for a 5-star, and that's all he can say. He can't say another word.
You can tell how entitled DSP is. As he said, the driver hindered his schedule. Oh my god, everyone has to go around DSP's schedule, make sure everything's okay. And I love how he said, oh, the driver didn't speak English. He couldn't read, he was illiterate. Then how did he find your address, Phil? He had to look on the app, see your address, and drive it there. But remember, he was illiterate. Then he also complained that there was a bone in his brisket sandwich. However, he swallowed the bone and said, well, let's continue. And then one of the weirdest things DSP has ever said is that he was not happy with his Burger King snack wrap because the crispiness was turned off. How do you turn off the crispiness, Phil? I swear to God, this guy's an alien. And then DSP also got the cotton candy drink from Burger King. He didn't stir it up, he didn't shake it up or anything, and then complained it was disgusting. I wonder why it tasted like that, Phil. It's almost like you should have, I don't know, stirred it up like a normal human being. And then the nasty bastard spilled the cotton candy drink on his keyboard and then stopped the stream so he could clean it. And remember, DSP says he's a recovered alcoholic. He has no problem, he has no issue, he doesn't need the alcohol. And now says he's excited to stream Truckin' Sim because he gets to have a drinky drink. And as you see from the replies here, I put a gif of Mr. Leahy here, who's drinking the same moonshine as Phil, by the way. And then after all the arm twisting, DSP finally sang happy birthday to Jayde.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jayde. Happy birthday to you. And everyone give him a high five. High five to Jayde on your birthday. Hope you had a great one. He said he went to 2 malls. That's awesome. I hope that he did some good stuff at the malls. Good stuff.
Now there's a reason he sang happy birthday to Jayde. Because throughout the day, throughout the night, everybody kept donating to Phil, wailing out on him. But not for Phil. It was for birthday wishes for Jayde. That is right. This is how retarded these people are. They're giving money to Phil to say happy birthday to Jayde. And of course, what did DSP do? Come on guys, let's say happy birthday to Jayde. Come on guys, don't you want to celebrate Jayde's birthday? DSP monetized a retarded kid's birthday. Think about that. Then a quote from DSP. Where's El Salvador? Is it in Mexico? And then DSP claimed there was not very many good games this year. Now the problem with this is either you skipped over it and refused to play them, or 2, you wage quit them and said they were horrible because they didn't bring any money in. DSP also talked about Hot Topic and said he misses Hot Topic when it was a goth store and says the goth movement has died down. And now DSP is going to talk about what great shape he's in. He's doing great, he's lost weight, and now he's going to start working out with weights, which will never happen. And if he does, he'll try to monetize it, by the way. But you can see the delusion all over his face, the way he talks. He's trying to convince himself that this is all true.
Fat guy like John Candy. Yeah, the most lovable 190-pound, 6-foot fat guy. Pretty interesting. No, it's like I told you guys recently I did weigh myself again because I haven't weighed myself in a while. And I'm 190 pounds. And when I was a teenager, no, actually it was 20. I think I was 20. And my doctor had told me, okay, so just so you know, you're pretty much grown as tall as you're going to grow. You're pretty much at your, like, ideal weight. And this is it. You need to be around, like, 180, 185. That's your ideal weight. So, at 190, I'm still a little bit. I got a little bit of that, you know, tire thing going on that I'd like to get rid of. But I feel so much better right now than I used to. Because I'm not eating bad anymore, because I've lost all that crappy weight. My legs feel better, my back, my knees feel better, which is awesome, obviously. I think what I should do is I should, at some point, start doing basic lifting exercises again. Maybe I'll get one of those dumbbells where you can adjust the weights just so I can do curls and basic exercises. Nothing too crazy, just basic stuff, just to try to build some more muscle mass back onto me, because, you know, I haven't done anything like that in a zillion years.
Go straight.
I lost a hell of a lot of my muscle mass. So now, you know, put it on where you want it. Take the weight off of the fat and put it on the muscle, right? That's what you want to do.
And yet again, just like last week, just like in the past, DSP is now mocking people who work a 9-to-5 job. I wonder, Phil, how this can backfire in a major way in the future. So remember, Phil, you're the blue-collar worker, just like everybody else. You're the little guy. But now, all of a sudden, you're the big successful guy. You're the guy that doesn't need help. You're the guy that's above 9 to 5, telling other people to get a job because they're broke. And a lot of your business is based on you guilt-tripping people because you need money. And now you're telling people, I don't need money, I'm rich. Absolutely eliminates that whole talking point of yours. And here we have DSP again bragging about how much a success he is. And of course, there's a little twist to this thanks to H-Bomb.
Wanna know what the best part is? Every day when I see the insane, salty comments from people on the internet, whether it's on X or it's in video comments, telling me what a loser I am and what a failure I am and how I'm failing and I'm doing terribly. And, you know, they would definitely not want to ever be me. These people live in an alternate reality. They actually think I'm doing bad. They think that, like, things are horrible for me. Because you know why? Because they watch channels that say that. They literally watch people who just outright lie every day about me, saying horrible things like, oh, Phil's family life has fallen apart and this is going bad for him. Literally none of it is true. Everything is great. Really, everything for me right now is going really well. This has been likely my best year that I've seen in over a decade. I'm not kidding. I got out of drama and I'm still doing well for myself when it comes to my setup, when it comes to the games we're playing, the playthroughs we're doing, the support I'm receiving. It's all amazing. So I don't know where these idiots come up with this nonsense. They just are so angry that I'm doing well and their life is miserable. They have to lie to themselves to cope. Because if they didn't, they would probably lose their minds knowing that I am doing well and they don't like me and they can't stand it. But again, if they would just do something for themselves to improve their own situation instead of being jealous of me, they'd probably be in a better position. Seriously. Yeah, Garsh just said it. Garsh on Kikyo's bin. It must suck. You just sit in your room playing video games all day and you make over 6 figures a year. Yeah, it's really bad. It's horrible. Oh, I can't stand it. If only I could just go out and break bricks all day or chop, trees down with an axe. Pour shit at a shitty desk all day pushing buttons like this. Or lifting garbage, or, if only I could do those other jobs, right? I mean, being my own boss and having fun with people all day on stream and making a lot of money doing it. What a horrible existence it is. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Okay.
And we have this from Gout. Reminder, DSP bragged tonight about making 100K, yet he still hasn't fixed. Bathroom, dishwasher still broken, broken cabinets in kitchen, tiles are cracking, can't remodel the kitchen, can't go on a honeymoon, can't take extra days off. Wow, that's quite something to be jealous of, Phil. And of course, we have a new whale, which, let's be honest, is just an old whale under a new sock account. NCU, $113 tip. And he's got $452, and $323 of that has been from NCU. And this is what he says. Good evening, Phil and chat. How's everyone doing? Happy birthday to you as well, Jayde. Enjoy. But it didn't stop there. He also got another anonymous $100 tip and already hit a second goal. And DSP has trained Jayde to beg for him. And Jayde puts this in the chat. DSP Gaming, you're welcome for big tips in my Bday. And despite getting all that money, he's still complaining. He only has 400 subs on Kick, rather than the 700 he used to have. And remember, he averages about 50 to 100 viewers on Kick, but has 400 subs and wants 700. Make that make sense. And now Monday, and the first thing we see is that apparently DSP's neighbor has moved out, which means there's a vacancy. Can you imagine? You move into this gated community and all you hear is this retarded 43-year-old man complaining about Street Fighter and lag. What the hell that would be. And then Meow Block with a throwback. Remember the revelation of all the animals in DSP's house. Now let's go back to the side-scroller interview where DSP said this about pet supplies.
Could I bring up one point about these bank statements?
Sure, yeah.
I did look into it. I saw some of this supposed bank statements that are mine. There's a couple things there that don't make sense to me. All right, number one, if this is me, okay, there's a bunch of transactions on there, I guess from like pet stores, okay? And people are like, well, that's because Phil has a cat. Yeah, but those transactions are like big. You're talking like hundreds of dollars a week or something like that. I have one cat. Now, again, that's he said, she said. It's not going to prove my innocence, but everyone knows I have one cat. He's been on the stream all this time. I don't have a secret herd of dogs in my basement. I don't even have a basement. So we're, you know.
I have one cat. He's been on the stream.
And then I pointed this out for anyone that watches Cyrax videos or Wings of Redemption videos. Apparently, there's a fake lawyer going around that is trolling all the cows. And I put this tweet out. I'm pretty sure DSP is getting trolled by a fake lawyer troll. I think this troll is also trolling Cyrax as a fake lawyer as well. Cyrax is saying the exact same stuff as DSP when he talks about suing the trolls. And Cyrax keeps saying, the lawyer helping me with this. And recently, Wings of Redemption has talked about suing the trolls as well. Of course, this is in the aftermath of Ethan Klein suing his detractors. However, Ethan Klein took his video, copywrote it, so he could actually sue people. Cyrax, DSP, Wings of Redemption, there's no copyright on any of their videos. And DSP doesn't even own the copyright to DSP or DSP Gaming. Then we have Boulder Punch. These two end up locked in a room together. They cannot leave until they admit to being wrong. Who leaves first? And it's Pirate Software and DSP. And then Boulder Punch tells DSP looking to stop killing games. You should have a great interest in it with how much money you spent on WWE Champions. And of course DSP responds, if WWE Champions permanently shut down today, I wouldn't give a shit. But I thought this guy is Pirate Games or something. People keep bringing it up and I haven't looked into it. I actually thought he was running Stop Killing Games at first, but I guess I was confused. Phil, if WWE Champions shut down today permanently, that means all those sweaty JPEGs you could never look at ever again. Cause it's not physical, it's not on your hard drive, it's all in the cloud, unless you took screenshots of that, which you probably did. And it would be hundreds of thousands of dollars that you spent on WWE Champions down the drain with nothing to show for it. And now in 2025, DSP is saying his incident May 1st is hilarious and it's funny and he can joke about it. Now let's take a look at 2025 DSP versus 2023 DSP.
Why do I have an incident emo on Kick? Because I'm not afraid of who I am and the mistakes I've made. I've owned up and fessed up to them. I'm not embarrassed. I mean, it's the most embarrassing moment I'll ever have, but I'll never have another one worse than that. So I got past it 9 years ago. There's no reason to worry about it. Laugh at it. Go ahead. I don't care. So someone says, I thought you were owning the meme. What's happened? There's a difference between owning a meme and then wanting to move on from it, and then someone who actually acts like a 5-year-old in a schoolyard. And I've already made it abundantly clear why I've completely moved on from anything in that time of my life. That was 7 years ago. It was a time when I was very depressed. I mean, I tried to tell you guys and be honest and open up about it in the last year. That was a time of my life I was very depressed. My whole personal life was falling apart at the seams. Like, my life here was awful. I was essentially living like a life separate from the person I was living with at the time. We weren't even in any kind of a real relationship. It was very stressful. It was very awful. I was messed up. I was drinking heavily. I was essentially at a time in my life I don't want to think about, which is why, that happened to begin with. It's very fucked up and depressing. And I've already explained this in detail many times on the internet. But there's people who think that shit's funny. Phil was depressed and was fucked up in the head and was feeling awful about his life and himself and did something really fucking stupid and embarrassing because of it. Let's just bring it up forever. It's like, no.
That's what you do if you're like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard at fucking elementary school, right? You bully someone, you pick on them for something, you know. It's horrible. It's like a fucking mentally distressing time of my fucking life that I don't want to think about again. You know, I don't want to think about it. My wife hates when people bring it up because I'm past that. I'm a better person. I'm in a better place in my life now. And the fact that there's people that can't get by that, just think about it this way, all right? I started making regular content on the internet, on YouTube, probably around the spring of 2009. I mean, I sporadically was making videos like fall of 2008. Around spring of 2009, I started making very serious, like tons of consistent content. All right? All the way through now. Like I never stopped. Now, if you do the math, spring of 2009 through, you know what they're talking about, the incident of 2016 is about 7 years. Okay? If you do the math, the incident until now is 7 years. I have made just as much content in my time on YouTube after that stupid thing happened than before. You understand? I've grown, I've changed, I've made way more positive content and become a better person from who I was back then. I have completely moved past that part of my life. Why in the fuck would I want to keep reminding myself of how messed up and depressed and sad I was at that point in my life and how awful it was? Things are so much better now. Why would I want to think about it constantly? But the thing is, the people who talk about it don't care. They love my misery. The day that I don't feel good is a day that they feel good about themselves because they feel like they got something out of life because they made someone else feel bad and got away with it. That's the kind of people who do things like bring that up constantly. They're scumbags. They're really low people. They're the kind of people you want to avoid in life. They're the kind of people who you don't want to spend time with because they're toxic. All right? That's the kind of people you want to... Fuck you. I'm going to build up a positive life over here and stay away from this toxic individual who literally only focuses on people's failures. Okay? I'm done with that. So, that's what I mean. Like, I'm just going to stay away from it. Yes. Do I own it? Of course I do. Did it happen? Of course it did. It was 7 fucking years ago. I made more content after the fact than before. So how are you going to say to me that this is something representative of who I am today and something I need to even bring up or care? I don't care. I don't. I'm done with it. And all it is, it's very simple. It's bullying. When people do it, they feel better about themselves because there's something wrong with them. People who do this kind of online bullying actually have something wrong up here. Maybe they actually hate themselves in their own personal lives. Maybe they're jealous of something, you know? Who knows? I'm not a fucking psychiatrist who's going to sit here and try to diagnose people, but you know there's something wrong with them. Someone who's going to do something like that. So, it's that simple. I'm not going to waste my time on those kind of people.
And also, last year, DSP claimed him and his wife get PTSD from seeing his O-face all over the place and people talking about it. And at one point, he said his wife cries every time she sees his O-face. Now tell me you hate being in a marriage with Darkside Phil if you hate seeing his O-face. And then the topic of Donkey Kong came up. And DSP says, if you don't like the way he's playing Donkey Kong, then leave, don't come back. What a great way to hype up your gameplay there, Phil. And he also said, you are not allowed, that is right, he's telling his audience, you are not allowed to complain about him playing Donkey Kong. He doesn't want to hear it. He'll start banning people if he has to. And not only that, he says he's now going to rush through the story and get it over with because it's done. He's tired of this. He just wants to get it over with. Remember, he's only played it twice in one day. And not only did he say he's rushing through the game, he claims that streamers who beat games before him are rushing through the games. Make that make sense. Phil, you are like a slug on YouTube. You milk everything out so you can get maximum profit with minimal work. Then I put this out, DSP is complaining that Donkey Kong Bonanza has too much optional side content. That is right, optional, which means you do not have to do it. And it would take him 60 hours to complete. And again, Phil, it's optional. You don't have to 100% every single game, especially children's games. Then we have Boneless at Grok. Is this true? Then we have AI Grok. Yes, it's true. DSP streamed Donkey Kong Bonanza and complained about its repetitive mechanics after spending over an hour on an optional destruction in the opening area alone. Completionist playthroughs can take up to 60 hours due to extensive side content. That is right, AI Grok exposes DSP. Even AI knows about you, Phil. And then DSP trying to get some sympathy, and he says, my nose is gushing blood. And he has a piece of toilet paper in his nose. He takes it out, and it's completely clean. Almost like he's sympathy baiting. And finally, the moment came where DSP realized that Kick Chat is mostly LARPers and Kino audience, and says he ignores the chat until someone says nice things to him. You're just realizing this now, Phil, but then again, you didn't realize until the Kino arc was over that Kino was trolling you. You dumb bastard. And then he's complaining that YouTube is not showing people his 13-year-old videos, including his like 2 to 5 minute videos, and says his Spider-Man video is the most watched Spider-Man video for Shattered Dimensions. And you want to know why that one video has the most views, Phil? It's because your neighbor yelled at you in it, and it was like a 5-minute video. And he says it's fucked up that everyone else, all these new videos, show up in search before his. It's because no one cares about a 13-year-old video where you play a game badly while the camera is pointed at a TV. And he also said YouTube is immoral and fucked up and unprofessional for not pushing his videos under 10 minutes anymore, because it fucked over businesses and ruined the traffic to his Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions video. Of course, DSP did nothing wrong, he did everything correct, everyone else's fault. DSP, the eternal victim. And then in a moment that's absolutely pathetic, DSP is telling Jasper that Jayde wants to see him. And then apparently DSP was talking about how a bill got passed in his state that outlawed gas cars and will take effect in a few years. Now the problem with this is that they actually reversed it and DSP doesn't do his research. And he says he might have to get a new one in a few years. OIC, wink wink, nudge nudge. And then playing Donkey Kong, DSP gets a tip of 6666 from Harambe, who says they are a longtime fan. Thanks Ryan, thanks for stopping by. And then he hits a goal, finally on Donkey Kong. And he says, okay guys, with that we hit one of the goals on this stream. Why even have a leaderboard, Phil? If you're gonna constantly change the goals, just have a tips total or goal total or whatever, king's tax, douchebag tax, whatever. Just have a total. Don't even have a goal. And of course, because DSP doesn't understand Tesla and the Cybertrucks, he's gonna shit all over it and say it looks like something that was made in the 80s.
Thoughts on the Cybertruck? I know nothing about the Cybertruck's performance. I think it's one of the most hideous vehicles I've ever seen in my life. I would never buy that thing. It looks like a piece of shit. It looks like something a kid made up in the 1980s saying, here's the car of the future. Like a mentally deficient child made it. And yet, they sell it and idiots buy it. I just don't understand how dumb people are.
Well, Phil, if anyone knows what a mentally deficient child from the 80s looks like, it's definitely you. If you want to know how dumb DSP is, he's playing Donkey Kong, and he doesn't understand why trying to hit things with sand doesn't work, but a rock does. I don't know, Phil. Why would sand not work as well as a rock when you're hitting things? I wonder why, Phil. I wonder why. And then DSP is like a few hours in, he's in like the first or second area, and he's now saying he's seen everything the game has to offer, and nothing is new, nothing else in the game will be new. This is how you know he's over this game. Low support, low attendance, and him failing in another children's game. And look at this face. That is the face of a man who loves his life, loves his wife, loves his career. And look at that, the biggest employee from DSP, Kickbot, has a sub. I wonder if that rolls over. You son of a bitch, Kickbot, you better pay up next month. So all DSP had to do in one section is just climb to the top of a surface. And what does DSP do? He tries to do these like impossible 90-degree jumps where he thinks, oh, I can't climb it up. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna try and make these like horrible jump motions and just try to do it, dude. What a jackass. And then this is a quote from DSP. Donkey Kong Bonanza is trying to emulate the classic days of heyday, you know, back in the day. Whatever the fuck that means. And you can tell he hates this game. He's now saying he's bored of Donkey Kong because it's not fun to smash things in the game. Any game that lets me smash stuff, I instantly like it. And says you don't even use your mind to smash. It's mindless smashing. Says the bosses are too easy, And I simply point out, DSP, this is a children's game. And in a moment that's absolutely hilarious, everyone has words they cannot pronounce. It's just being human, but we all live up to it. We acknowledge it. We even say, you know what, I'm not the best with this word or that word. Not DSP though. See, DSP is now educating people on how to properly pronounce words and saying people are saying things wrong. Then he also blamed it on the American education system. Then we have Jack. I'm not taking pronunciation advice from a guy who hasn't talked face to face to anyone in 2 decades. And I put out, I hate how he pronounces golf. And then we have an update on DSP Throwback. Last week, DSP said DSP Throwback was on hiatus, which means it would come back eventually. Now this week he's saying the idea of remastering his old stuff is a dead idea. That is it. Officially wage/rage quit DSP Throwback. And the night stream was not going very well. From the start, no money coming in. So what does DSP do? He does a joke about LTG and he turns off his face cam and says he's not turning the face cam on until he gets support. And you're thinking, oh, he's joking about that. He left it off until he got a $2 tip and then said, oh, see guys, I'm just joking, and then turned it back on. What a scumbag. And then tell me how this makes sense. DSP says if he doesn't hit the goal in Minecraft tonight, it's gone. However, if he hits the goal, he will run a poll to decide if he should drop Minecraft. You can tell he's way past the point he hates Minecraft. And then he was complaining that nobody attends his fighting streams anymore. Go fuck yourself, Jax Raxter. And he's now telling people on the Minecraft stream, come to Street Fighter, come to SNK, all the streams, attend Friday Night Fights. Come on guys, I know you don't like the fighting games, but come on, come there, support, and hang out. And I also like to point out that he always says he has different audience members for different streams. He'll play an action adventure game and certain people will show up. And then a horror game and certain people will show up. And then a fighting game and certain people will show up. And then a chill game and certain people will show up. Explain to me then, Phil, why exactly every single stream, no matter what the game is the exact same names in chat every single time. I know you guys are not going to believe this, but a brand new viewer, never seen before, never chatted before, drops a $133 tip to save the stream and says how he's a converted detractor, now a fan.
$133 tip. $133 from Jersey Clyde. He says, hey DSP, I have to admit, I originally found out about you through detractors. After looking on your streams for a while, I come to the opinion you're not as bad as they make you out to be. That is what most logical people say.
And yet again, DSP is now saying he is done Street Fighter 6. It's over. Nobody wants to see it. It's a horrible game. They ruined it. And he no longer wants to try the new characters. And look at that. Daily rap. And you guessed it. It's all about money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. And now Tuesday. And remember guys, DSP is having a resurgence. Everybody loves him. However, in reality, more people are talking about him, but not for meaningful, chill, positive content, dude.
83 viewers. Comparing to that, we have 231 YouTube viewers. So about 3 times as many on YouTube than on Kick, but they've got 100% of the support.
I don't know if Aaron Imholt turned into him or he's turning into Aaron Imholt.
No.
But it's constantly live viewers, numbers, give me money. Why aren't you giving me money right now?
This is a cam girl mentality.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start sucking the tentacle dildo until somebody gives me money to do it. And he's like, I'm not going to eat a Crunchwrap Supreme until you give me money.
Yeah.
Nobody
Don't
cares.
wait for someone else to tell me to insert my fingers. You be the one to tell me to insert my fingers. He's holding out because we need this really awesome content that he has. And when he does start doing the content, he says some of the funniest shit you'll ever hear. Listen to his response to a chatter who explains that, like, some people can't afford to give him money every day.
Many of us are struggling financially, says Michelle Soguchi. So get a job. Usually, When you're struggling financially, is what you do is you seek employment. You go out and you do some work, and in exchange for the work, you receive financial compensation. Then you can spend said compensation on whatever you want, like a sub.
What an asshole. Is that incredible? Yeah. He has no self-awareness.
No.
To be able to go out there and just be like, oh, you can't give me money? Well, then maybe you should be working harder, toots.
Yeah.
It's your problem.
My job is to yell at you to give me money. Your job is to put the fries in the bag. So go do that and then come back and give me money.
And he explains, because people obviously responded to this, just went, well, why don't you get a job? And he explains that, no, this is his job because he's really, really good at it.
It's work. You need talent. You need skill. You need all those things to be successful, just like any other job. And the truth is, I don't have to answer to anyone. I don't have a boss that yells at me and says, me, but I'm doing things wrong. I'm my own boss. So I'm a step above people who have to work the 9 to 5.
Jesus, you're telling people to get a job to give you money, and then you're also calling them out at the same time? Fucking idiots, you have a boss. Yeah, what a dick.
I'm not like you losers.
Yeah, I'm better than you, is what he's saying. The reason why you need to get a job and give me money is because I'm better than you. That's how that works. Yeah. And I think he really thinks that.
I don't have to get it. Well, I don't have to give you money either, Phil.
Yes, you do. You have to get a Kick subscription right now, or I'm not going to do anything.
Nah, I'm above that.
I do wish his wife told him to shut the fuck up. Well, he's saying I don't have a boss.
Yeah. I love this mentality that he's like, I don't have a boss. Meanwhile, everyone's his boss.
Oh, yeah.
Every single viewer, he needs them, or else he makes no money. So he needs them more. Having one boss would be a lot better than having however many thousands of bosses this guy has.
Yeah.
And he explains, though, that what he's doing is a legit business.
I have my own company that's legally registered. I pay taxes. I do everything like anyone who has their own company. Just because it's a business model you don't like because you're jealous doesn't mean that it's not a business. It just means you're a broke bum who's jealous that I'm successful and you're not. Look in the mirror. See that? That's the most jealous person on the planet, or else you wouldn't be in my chat typing like that. Now go get a fucking job and leave me alone.
Wow. He is angry. He's very bitter about something. And I can assure you, no one watching you are jealous. There's not a single person who's just like, oh man, I wish I could be in front of my microphone begging for money and having zero dignity. What a fucking idiot. He really does think he's living the life of Riley. It's actually a hell he's put himself into, because he won't just get a fucking job and stop embarrassing himself.
And then we see DSP's new ad for Pete Subs, where he holds up a sub and his foot. And it says, try the foot-long sub for a limited time at Pete Subs. Then apparently, someone found out that DSP's HOA fees are $550 a month. Pescator found out that since 2014, DSP has paid $66,000 in HOA fees. And then we have this comment on one of DSP's recent videos. I've never watched this dude before, but if this is a gimmick of an old man that doesn't understand modern video game development and is trying to fight his natural aging to show all the kids he's still cool, this is glorious. Keep it up. Now unfortunately, we had Ozzy Osbourne pass away. And DSP is going to say the worst thing possible. He's going to say that it was good timing that Ozzy died after his farewell tour. And you can tell how dark and twisted his mind is. It's just like Kobe Bryant all over again. First Kobe Bryant dies, now my game save corrupts? What a day, dude.
What's going on, everyone? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody who's just joining, because a lot of people are just joining, I see. So we'll say this now, but of course everyone's going to bring it up all day. Rest in peace to the great Ozzy Osbourne. He just passed away. Weirdly enough, I mean, what insane timing. He just had his farewell tour concert where he announced it was his final concert ever, and supposedly he raised like a ridiculous amount of money for charity with that concert. And now, like 2 weeks later, he passed away. So if there was ever good timing, holy crap, absolutely perfect. You know, I'm sure all his biggest fans were there. There you go. So, yeah, rest in peace to the Prince of Darkness.
And another example of DSP not reading the room. So everybody's been posting DSP pictures under Subway. And DSP thinks people are laughing at Subway and with him and saying, oh, DSP said Subway sucks, ha 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 ha, Subway you suck. When in fact, what they're doing is making fun of DSP for being the retard that he is. And he still doesn't understand that. And not understanding social cues and sarcasm is a sign of autism.
Not everyone, but some people are. What is it? AI images. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Look at this picture. What the hell is that? An AI generated seagull drinking shitty Burger King drink from the other day. And I'm wearing a Subway visor. What is going on? Is this what people do all day on the internet? They just make up the dumbest shit. Look at this. Look how stupid that is. Yeah, I don't get it. See, they spam Subway with pictures of me. See? Look. Jasper, what is happening? Jasper, what is happening? What is this? Oh. Oh my goodness. What is that? Look at this. A really agitated me. There you go. Great. Anyway, I don't know. I guess people are responding to all Subway's posts with my face. There you go. Go for it. Keep doing it. Annoy the shit out of Subway. They deserve it. Their food is awful, and no one should be eating anything from there.
And then GTA 4 with mods is not going very well for DSP. It seems like everything's slowing down on GTA 4. So much that the support is not there anymore. And people kept sending $1 and $2 tips. And DSP says he wants more than a $1 or $2 tip. Saying that it doesn't work, he needs momentum, and momentum is still slow. And then he doesn't get anything and he says, just give me something, one of everything. It doesn't have to be big, let's do it now. And in a moment that's absolutely funny, DSP kept crashing because he was scanning too hard for tips. And he's still short $75 for his goal, even though, as Otter points out, in the past 48 hours he's received over $1,000, but he really needs that $75 and he's begging like a crack whore. And you know what happens when support is low. He's now saying if he doesn't hit the goal, GTA 4 is gone. And how much time do the whales have left? 5 minutes. And if you want to see DSP absolutely delusional, this is the clip for you.
Sex. Great. There's French Tom with a question mark. No Big Willie. So this guy's a tiny Willie. Colonel Cuddles. Oscar Wilde. It's funny. His name is Colonel Cuddles. He looks like he's 60 years old. He's 42. He looks much older than me, and I'm 43.
And you know this day was coming. He's getting closer and closer to the gambling streams, where his addiction will explode in satisfaction, just like on May 1st. He's now asking people how gambling streams work and how do you make money.
Killdozer says, would I be interested in doing sponsored gambling streams? Some people have told me you've had gambling problems in the past. I've never gambled. Well, I take that back. I went to casinos when I was younger. What they're talking about is mobile game bullshit, which has nothing to do with gambling. I have no clue how it works. All right? I don't know how you get involved in it. I don't know what it has to do with anything. So we would have to talk about it to figure it out. Obviously, it has to be, obviously everything has to be kosher and legal, and we'd have to discuss it. Actually, one of my concerns would be, I've heard what happens with these sponsored streams on Kick is that they give you a whole bunch of like gambling credits to use, but technically I think that might be considered income, even though it's free. If it's considered income, then it's like taxable income, and that could fuck everything up. So if that's the case, I don't even want to mess with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be working in some weird gray area where then in fucking 5 years, the IRS claps me and says, oh, by the way, you were doing these gambling streams where they gave you like $5,000 of credits. You didn't pay taxes on that. You know what I mean? That's actually my concern more so than, oh, I did some gambling on a stream or whatever. It is taxable? Oh, see, fuck that. Unless, see, that's, so let's say they give you $5,000 of free betting credits, right? And you play it all and you lose it all. Okay, no big deal. Who cares? It was free. Oops, you got to pay taxes on that. Well, I don't want to fucking pay taxes on $5,000 that was funny money. You know what I mean? So does it really make sense? I don't know. Again, I don't understand it. It sounds to me like you've done it and you get it. So if you want to like contact me behind the scenes about it and talk a little bit, I'm down to at least discuss it, but I don't know how it's going to work, you know? I don't know anything about any of this shit. I don't understand it. So... You don't pay taxes on it unless you withdraw it. You see, this is weird. Already I'm confused. Withdraw it, so there's a virtual account somewhere? Oh, man. All right, well, if you want to talk about it, contact me behind the scenes.
Then DSP blamed Jasper for pulling down the charging stations for his Joy-Cons. Good work, Agent DeClaw. And guess what, guys? GTA 4 did not hit the goal. And he's now saying GTA 4 will now be night streams because it did not hit the goal. And not only that, he's now telling you he will not play the DLCs because one stream did not hit the goal. And DSP has an idea for the next DSP tries it. He wants to try gourmet hot dogs. That is right, gourmet hot dogs. And by the way, he wants it in the same week that he had the Burger King. Because remember, he always said, DSP Tries It is my once a week cheat meal, but now he wants 2 in a week. But remember dudes, he's the healthy one, he knows better than everyone else. Then we have DSP as Pinhead, which is funny because you don't even have to change the name. And the title says, we have such e-bagging to show you. And then people started noticing stuff. Every podcast, DSP keeps editing out stuff. The bagging, the dead air, whatever it may be, but he keeps cutting out certain things in the pre-stream. And DSP was not happy with GTA 4 not hitting the goal. And now, he's gonna sit you down and tell you why it's important that you give him money today. Because he needs that money. He really, really does.
If we hit the support goal tonight, I will keep this in the rotation. All right? If we don't, then we're actually going to retire it. Why? Well, because number one, we already have another Switch 2 game in the rotation with Donkey Kong Bonanza. And number two, because we've now been playing this for nearly 2 months, and there's a lot of other games that people want to see me play, including the Tony Hawk collection, this RoboCop game that just came out. A few other games are coming out, like this Ludo psychological horror game just came out, and I haven't even talked about it. And people every day are suggesting, play this one, play this one. Well, I can't. My schedule is literally packed. So as long as we keep it going and people show up and engage in support with this game, I will keep playing it. So let's see what happens tonight. Now, another factor involved here is that, as you guys know, if you've been watching these streams over the last month or so, basically, as I've explained to all of you, trolls always try to take advantage whenever they can. So because this game has now had a ginormous declining player base, from what I'm to understand, the game has less than 1/4 of the player base it had at launch. Like, that many people have fallen off and aren't actively playing it anymore, okay? It's now incredibly easy to just jump into a lobby with someone, you know, randomly. So when I'm playing, my haters, there's probably like 20 to 30 of them. They're all sitting there at the screen trying to join into my lobby. And of course, they all have, you know, insulting names and shit. And from what I'm to understand, the reason they do it is so that they can gang up with me on the races. So they can actually try to get right behind me and hit me with all the items and everything, right? Which is hilarious, because if you haven't been paying attention, okay, basically, I've been doing really well. Like, every time I play this game, I do better. Last week, I had, 3 to 4 top 4 finishes, which is hilarious because they're all gunning against me. I have, like, a literal gang of people ganging up on me every time I play, trying to abuse the system to cheat and just hit me with items. But yet, I'm still doing well. So it doesn't really bother me, okay? It doesn't. As long as I'm having fun and you guys are enjoying and we're having a good time and you're enjoying the gameplay, I don't care what these obsessed, crazy mental cases do, all right? So I will keep it in the rotation, but we do have to keep it supported, all right? For example, earlier today, I don't know if you guys are aware, I played GTA 4 with mods, and at this point, we're like 14 to 15 hours into the playthrough. We didn't hit the support goal. We didn't even come close. So because of that, I told everyone, I'm just not going to play it, you know, as a mainstream game anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to try to graduate that to a night stream, a chill night stream that I'll play 1 or 2 times a week. And other games now will take the reins as a daytime stream, games that people seem to want to be played earlier on. All right? Same thing with it. If this doesn't hit the goal, then we're going to retire it and we're going to get other games in its place. All right? And again, there's more than enough games that are being asked for that we could replace it. I'm not saying that I want to, but I'm saying I'm going to do directly based on, you know, your feedback. So if you're here, you're engaged, you're supporting, you're loving it, I'll keep it up. If we flounder, then we won't. And in fact, remember, we were going to retire Mario Kart, and then all of a sudden, last minute, a week or 2 ago, someone contributed and kept it in the rotation. All right? So I'm just going to say this. If you're a Mario Kart enjoyer, if you enjoy the game, you like me playing it every week, then please, okay, please support it tonight and support it early so we hit the goal and we know that we're going to keep playing it. Because the people who come in, like, I understand, oh, I want to be a hero. I want to come in like, you know, Dirk Daring or Superman and save the day with a last-minute contribution to hit the goal. I would much rather just hit it early so we know we're doing it, and that way people know we're doing it again next week and can look forward to it. Now, oh, we said we were going to be done with it, and I turned the stream off, and then someone all of a sudden is gifting or does a tip, right? So if you're here tonight, you enjoy Mario Kart, please support the stream. Let's hit that goal early. Now, sadly, we didn't hit a goal earlier. We were doing so well this week, and now we didn't hit a goal earlier, and that's devastating. Absolutely, monumentously devastating. Sometimes you can't recover, all right? It's awful. So now we have to hit that goal tonight, okay? I mean, we're only at 76 out of 80 goals to do the MLB Big Bites pretzel menu, pretzel bun menu. How can we do that if we're stuck at 76 goals? We got to get to 80, all right? So let's hit it tonight. Let's get to 77 goals, all right? And possibly even 78 to make up for earlier. That'd be amazing. I love it.
And speaking of people joining with names, we have Rip Linda, Happy Birthday Jayde, Fat Cat Real, No Ride for Tea, and Linda Ashes. Amazing work, guys. Amazing work. And it's that time again to watch DSP fail in Mario Kart. But remember, if he doesn't hit the goal tonight, it's gone, it's over, banned. So will tonight be the last time we see this?
What? It said I was at 18th. It said 18th. I crossed the finish line. Finish. Got some great online play right there. 18th. Not in the top 20. Nothing I could do, dude. What the fuck do you want me to fucking do? You fucking idiots at Nintendo. It's just endless hits with items you keep giving people behind me. There's no driving involved. You're so fucking dumb. They have lost their way so much. The game is so unfucking fun to play. Because when you play well, you get fucked for it. Because these idiots get the good items. It's so unfun. I'm driving well. I'm doing my strategy. Look what I did. I perfectly did the strategy lightning bolt. Waited till I passed everyone. Then when I was already in the lead, used the fucking bullet. Now I'm light years ahead. How'd they catch up? Oh, blue shell. Item, item, item. And you can't play the game. You literally can't fucking play the fucking game. God, they're dumb. Alright. Well, guys, we need a new character. Someone tipped the buck, says, why don't you do Mario Kart lobbies with streamer or with viewers? Because it's not possible because trolls would get in and ruin it. So just shut the fuck up about it. You know why I can't do things 99% of other streamers can't do? Because I'm one of the most harassed people on the internet, so fucking get with the picture or shut the fuck up about it. Okay. Oh man, that was it. It's done. Item use. 100% item use. Nothing I can do to catch up. And I had it. I was there. I was top 4. Item use at the last minute. Nothing I can do again. Again. Well, at least I made top 8, but still, again, lose again. Why? Item abuse. Not driving skill. Item abuse every single time. Oh man, that was it. It's done. Item use. 100% item use, nothing I can do to catch up. And I had it, I was there, I was top 4. Item use at the last minute, nothing I can do again. Again. Well, at least I made top 8, but still, again, lose again. Why? Item abuse. Not driving skill, item abuse. Every single time. Every single freaking time. Alright.
And then DSP finally won a race. His first win. He had one previous to this on the first day, but it was all against bots. So he's on top of the world because after like 2 months, he finally got a win in Mario Kart. How fucking sad is that? It's a kid's game, Phil, for fuck's sakes. And then he was complaining that Nintendo doesn't treat Mario Kart seriously. Again, Phil, it's a kid's game. And would you look at that, he did not make the goal. Second stream in a row. However, it's not his fault, it's Kick's fault. And says they are the problem because they're not giving him money. However, every time DSP has low support, he does this quote-unquote joke where he'll end the stream, then come back and go, I have received nothing, I'm just kidding, I have to go. He did this twice tonight and said, fuck Mario Kart.
Oh. Hold on. I have just received absolutely nothing. Mario Kart is still canceled. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm serious. Sorry. No more Mario Kart trolls. Listen, I actually got good at the game over the course of like a month and a half. I'm pretty decent, as you can see. I'm making top 4 consistently. I'm shocked, honestly, that I won the last one, but that was a good poetic way to go out. So to all the trolls who tried to stream snipe me, thanks for nothing. I'm still good at the game. I just don't like it. Have a good night. Can't make this up. You really can't make this up. I just received absolutely nothing. I'm still not playing Mario Kart again. So choke on it.
And of course, you know what the daily rap was all about. Money, money, yeah. And trying to justify wage quit in Mario Kart, which he says tomorrow he will talk more about it.
The way yelling at me saying, it's just a party game. Well, then why do you care if I win or lose? Why are there idiots literally stream sniping this game, coming in with parties of 3, 4, 5 people and all sitting behind me, hitting me, pelting me with items, yet I still do good because I'm fucking good at the game and you all suck shit? It does matter, because if it didn't matter, you wouldn't be cheating to make me lose, okay? So anyway, the game's frustrating to me. I like more competitive games, and this game sadly just doesn't feel very competitive to me. It feels like it's unbalanced and busted. So because of that, I've been telling you guys, hey, I'm not really enjoying it when I play it, but I'll keep it in the rotation if you guys show up and engage and support it. A lot of people show up, but they're all trolls. Artificially, I see inflated views. Like this stream gets 350 plus views on YouTube and like 150 viewers on Kick, but it's all trolls who want to see the stream snipers say nasty things about me and my family and then see them make me lose. But that didn't happen tonight. Because ladies and gentlemen, tonight was my best night of Mario Kart World ever. Multiple top 8, top 4 placings, and at the very end, the last match, I won. So it was my second win ever in Knockout Tour, and the first time when it wasn't like all bots in the lobby, it was all humans, and it was 3 or 4 stream snipers all trying to hold me back. None of them could do it. I am the king of Mario Kart World, and tonight I proved it. Now, tonight, we didn't hit the goal. And I said to everyone all night, listen, if we hit the goal tonight, I'll keep it in the rotation. If not, it's done. We ended around 90-something bucks. So again, it's not the end of the world. It's not a disaster stream. But I put up with the bullshit enough of the stream sniping, the insults, and basically having to play a game I don't really like for over a month and a half. As of tonight, since the support dried up, I'm done with it. So Mario Kart World, thank you to everyone who watched it and engaged and supported it and had a good time with it. I'm officially done with it. I played the hell out of it. I've done everything in the game. There's nothing left to do. I've kicked everyone's ass. Let's put it to rest. Okay?
And now Wednesday, and something weird kept happening throughout this day, where Phil would keep getting emails, and then all of a sudden, he would have to go to the bathroom right away. Almost like something's happening behind the scenes. This happened about 4 times today. Now take a look at this clip. and watch his mood change.
And I can't wait to see what you come up with. Now, in the meantime, I have to use the bathroom out of nowhere. It just hit me. So I'm going to take like a quick 5-minute break. I'm just going to run the slides. I'll come right back and we'll resume the show. I apologize, but this will be a good chance for you to vote. When I come back, I'll see what you voted for. All right? I'll be right back.
Now, the really weird thing about this is he put the slides on. Obviously, he wanted to block something. Almost like his wife was coming into the room. Because whenever he went to the bathroom in the past, he would just mute his mic and just leave. But now, for some reason, he wants to hide something. I wonder what that could be. And now DSP is gonna cope and seethe over losing in Mario Kart and everyone making fun of him. And he's gonna say, see, I won a match. That means I'm good at the game. It's a children's game, Phil. You are a jackass.
So, Mario Kart World last night was my best Mario Kart World stream ever. I had more top 8 placings, several top 4 placings, and in my final match ever. Seriously, this made me feel so good. My final match ever of Mario Kart World, I won. I won Knockout Tour. So that means I won twice. Admittedly, the first time that I won, it was nearly an empty lobby with only like 5 or 6 humans in it and a lot of bots. This time, the lobby was full, and even my detractor troll stream snipers were in there trying to take me down, and they failed, and I still won because I'm actually good at Mario Kart World. That's right. It doesn't matter what any bunch of circle-jerking, mentally deficient idiots on the internet say. I have proven that I'm actually good at the game by showing distinct progress every time I've played it, getting better and better, and finally culminating in me actually winning a match when I had 4 or 5 people specifically gunning for me to take me down. I still won. There's nothing they could do. I proved that I'm good at the game, and they can kiss my hairy fucking ass.
Imagine how sad it is. In a children's game, it takes you almost 2 months to get 1 win. And your big bragging point is that you got several top 8 finishes in Mario Kart. Bro, top 8. It's a children's game, Phil. And then the real reason came out. He said, I like the game, but nobody is supported and they find it boring, so I have to stop playing it if nobody steps up soon. And that was the very last thing he said last night on the stream, but now all of a sudden it's, I did good, I proved everyone wrong, I don't need to play it anymore, dude. And he went on to rant yet again saying how bad an unfinished Mario World Tour is. And he said this version of Mario Kart is actually worse than Mario Kart DS. Then we have this picture of Phil yelling at children playing Mario Kart, and he says, quit having fun. And he's got that face like, eat it, eat it. And at one point he claimed Mario Kart runs at 4K. And then he put out this video, Mario Kart World is crap, 20-hour gameplay review. But remember, he doesn't do reviews, don't listen to reviews, watch the gameplay. But now he's doing reviews. And he now says, it is Kick's responsibility to start dropping a sub every once in a while. That is right. If you're watching on Kick, even though he gets paid by the hour, you have to give a sub every once in a while. The most entitled, greediest streamer on the planet. And as Poems Past points out, he doesn't understand how he had 100 viewers and no support. It's cause you're a jackass. But then we had a whale, and he dropped $110. And DSP hates Donkey Kong, but he loves the money he gets from the Donkey Kong animation. So he's shilling it on everything, cause in the past, it was only played on single tips or single super chats or whatever. Now, if it adds up to $20, he plays the animation. And if someone donates more than $20, it gets played multiple times. So someone donated $110 and DSP played the banana animation 5 times in a row. Go fuck yourself, Phil. And then DSP wants to play Ludo. As Misery Merchant points out, it's a horror game about a guy unable to leave his house. How Shawn Michaels. Then we have this comment here, shitting all over DSP and saying that he lacks self-awareness, and how he's a huge hypocrite and a douchebag, and how he's not gonna watch Phil anymore. And despite 18 years of this, Phil still doesn't understand how some days he's whaled out and some days he isn't and there's low support. It's almost like Phil, nobody has unlimited money and they can't support the lifestyle that you think you deserve. And it's like 3 or 4 people carry your entire lifestyle, and once they die or move on, you're done, Phil. But then again, Phil believes every single day he should be getting at least $300 plus, and any day he doesn't get it, it's the end of the world, dude. And apparently tonight, Smoothcat was supposed to play DSP in SNK versus Street Fighter. However, Smoothcat had to work at his 9-to-5 job. You know, the thing that DSP is above and tells people go fuck yourself if you work a 9-to-5. And DSP claims because he has to work his 9-to-5 job that he's ducking him and then calls him a coward. Now listen to the story because this is all over the place. It's a lie. Every single bit of this is a lie. Especially the part where he goes, I chased the dog down. You ain't chasing nothing but money, dude. And of course, a little zesty twist from H-Bomb.
Okay, I was up here uploading my review of Mario Kart World, which is a segment that I took out of my podcast this morning. It's like 20 minutes of me talking about the game and my final thoughts. I edited that down to a video and I was uploading it. And it was going at a decent rate, but it didn't look like it was going to be done for 7 o'clock. So I said, oh, I'll just check on a few things. As I'm doing that, I get a call saying that tomorrow the garbage and recycling is different. They're not doing recycling, they're doing double garbage. So I had to run downstairs to change cans out front. I had to change the cans that were out front of my house. And I'm thinking, this will take like a minute, no big deal, because it's uploading anyway, it's fine. As I'm doing that, one of my neighbor's dogs is running down the street in front of me with a broken leash. The dog had chewed through its leash and was loose in the neighborhood. So I ran and caught the dog and grabbed the leash and brought it to its owner. So, what the heck? That was completely unexpected. And so then when I came back inside, I was like, oh crap, it's already like 7:15. Let me get started. Dog, the video has uploaded and everything. We're good to go.
And with DSP dropping Mario Kart, DSP has now dropped 33 games this year. Then DSP was playing Spider Dan, another friend from the old time in the FGC. However, Spider Dan kept beating DSP's ass, and DSP claimed Spider Dan needed lag to win. And he was claiming that Spider Dan never beat him in the past and he always beat his ass down. Of course, this is just DSP being delusional and ranting and raving like a dumb bastard. So now let's see how DSP did in SNK. And of course, a fighting game, how could this ever go wrong for DSP?
I got $1 tip. Wow. $1 tip. It's from Dr. Oink. All right, thanks, Dr. Oink, for $1. Mash buttons. Oh, can't block. Can't block and lag. Bullshit. Can't do anything. I can't. Yo, again. I'm not even doing anything. I haven't done a thing. I didn't push it in. I'm holding back. Hits me anyway. Yo, Spider Dan, you're a bitch. I'm gonna straight up call you a bitch. You're a bitch. All you do is abuse lag. You literally mash buttons with Joe, and you do air dash over and over with fucking Morgan, and you can't stop it online because your connection is ass. You literally reach master, abusing the game. You're a bitch. You fucking suck. I can't believe he's this bad and he abuses it and he thinks he's a good player. He got to master like this. That's fucking pathetic shit, dude. It is. That's bitch mode shit. Bitch mode gameplay.
Live and let die. Fight. Kick.
Couldn't do anything. Now he gets free combo. See, can't do anything. Can't stop it. All lag abuse. 100% lag abuse. Mash that button. I can't stop it. Couldn't block. Mash that fucking button like the fucking scrub you are.
This battle is about to explode. Fight!
Didn't do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm holding back. I'm literally holding back on the joystick. Mash button and lag, get a free hit. Scrub. Fucking scrub.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
Wake up, super, hope for the best. Mash button. He didn't time. He just hope it hits. Hope it hits and lag. Here we go. Awful player.
Live and let die. Fight!
Get him the fuck off of me. I don't want to lose any more health.
Go for broke. Fight!
Block. Drop my input. Can't block. Twice in a row. Can't block. Can't block. Wow! It dropped the input again. Dude, I can't move. I literally can't move. It's so laggy. Look, I can't do anything. So, dude, you're a terrible player. You have an awful connection and you do the same thing over and over. The game drops the inputs and teleports you into me and I can't stop it. You suck. You're a fucking bitch. A bitch bitch. You don't even play the fucking game. You're a bitch. Over and over. I'll just keep doing it. Doi. Look, it's hitting. Doi. Wow, you really use your fucking brain there, dude. What a bitch. Nah, I'm sorry. He's a fucking bitch. That's not how you fucking play a fighting game like a man. You're a cowardly bitch. Over and over, I'll just keep doing it because the insta air dash can't be blocked online. Here we go. Duh! Sad. Dude, it's 2025. And these old, washed up losers still fucking play like scrubs. Abusing life. The truth is, he's not good at CVS 2. He's not. He fucking only wins online. He's never done a damn thing in CVS 2 before. I'm serious. He sucks shit. He's a terrible fucking player, and he can kiss my ass. Seriously, you're gonna play like that like a cowardly cocksucker online. You suck, dude. Alright, well, it's time for another set, and I gotta fucking split the part. What a cowardly cocksucker. Guys, if you could support the stream, I would love it. Sadly, we've got almost no support for CVS 2 tonight. Please support the stream in some way, alright? Alright, guys. I had to go right into another set because the game matched me up immediately. So now I'm going to go back to a less serious team and see if I can win with this team. I don't know who this player is who I'm playing. I don't think I've ever played this guy, Antony.
DSP also claimed he is stylish because he wears a variety of colored shirts. No, Phil, you look like a jackass stunt double for Weekend at Bernie's. And we are in overtime because he only has $34. And he keeps saying, guys, last round, last match, let's go. Last set. He said that about 6 times. But guess what, guys? He ended up at $34. How sad. And he's complaining that no one's giving him money. His streams are down in attendance and support. And I put this out. Last week, DSP was telling people he was above a 9-to-5 job. Told people to get a job. And this week, he said he was so successful and makes 6 figures. Kind of funny how he's complaining now about his streams not being successful and not being supported. And then he blamed the stream not hitting the goal because he was too busy playing the game and he didn't beg as much. Then we have this comment in chat. It's disgusting that these other people keep trying to abuse Phil by beating him in the game. And of course he missed another goal, and he said, things are going backwards now. And he's worried about momentum, dude. But remember, he's successful. He's above a 9 to 5. Fuck everyone who works a 9 to 5, he says. And he brags about making 6 figures. But now he's worried about momentum. And look at that. Daily rap. And what's it about? Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. And now, Thursday. And on this day we found out that DSP's childhood hero, Hulk Hogan, had passed away. And of course, besides money and John Rambo and John Stamos, Hulk Hogan was his true love. And because of Hulk Hogan, we saw the only moment of Phil truly enjoying himself besides May 1st on stream.
Give me his 5-star gold. It is a 5-star gold. Who is it? 5-star gold. Oh, brother! Oh, brother! Oh, brother! Oh, brother!
And if you want to see how delusional DSP is, here he is saying, I don't understand why people are not jealous to be me. And he talks about how he's in great health. He makes lots of money. He has a great life. He has a cat. He has a wife. And it's delusions of grandeur.
People look at me and say, I don't want to be him. Why? Why wouldn't you want to be me? I'm 43 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life besides when I was a teenager. Okay? I'm doing well for myself. My streams are doing absolutely great. I'm hitting goals. I'm making great money. My setup is amazing. I get to do what I love for a living, playing video games and hang out every single day, full time. I have a loving wife who I love to death and she loves me to death. We have a great house we live in. We have an awesome pet cat. Like, what exactly is there to not like besides a bunch of fucking losers on the internet who say nasty things about me every day? Why do I care?
And DSP is now retconning why he does a quote-unquote podcast. And he said he does it because people told him to. And from what I've seen, people have told you, don't do podcasts, don't do pre-streams, whatever. Just go into gameplay. And he kept saying for years, I can't do that, I have stuff to talk about. And now, all of a sudden, he's going streams with no quote-unquote pre-stream, even though he does 40 minutes instead of 2 hours. It's still a pre-stream, Phil. And DSP wants $450 on the stream. And he says in quote, but it's gonna take work. That is right, begging people for money is work to DSP. And then someone asked DSP, why does the night stream have the same goal as the day stream, even though they're different lengths? And he said, he doesn't care that he offers less content for your money on the night stream in a shorter period of time, because he's here all day. And with the news of Hulk Hogan dying, someone asked DSP, do you regret not going to Hogan's bar and meeting him? And this turns into projection, saying how PPP was gay for him. He tried to trap him and control him, and called him creepy.
Mozzie asked, do I regret not going to Hogan's bar? Let me think about this. Do I regret flying across the country with an obviously gay, grossly overweight dude who creepily wanted to pay my way to hang out with him at a wrestler's bar in Florida? I think I made the right decision, ultimately. I'm just saying, I think I'm in a really good position right now where I didn't have to, live with horrible regrets days. You know what I'm saying? Okay. People want to cause drama, but the truth is, let's be honest here. This is the kind of guy, we all heard the stories about him and Andy partying in Vegas, and him watching while Andy did stuff. It's pretty sick fucking stuff, alright? So we all know what he was getting at. There's only one reason why he would try to be inviting me to go somewhere. I'm not playing that fucking weird-ass fucking game with these fucking deviant weirdos, so no thank you. Okay. Anyway, So moving on from that, no. The thing is, with Hulk Hogan, I've seen him before. I've actually seen Hulk Hogan at multiple shows too. I was on SmackDown in the early 2000s when he was actively on the WWE roster. They came to Bridgeport, Connecticut, where I lived, and I attended that SmackDown. I saw him in person in the ring, you know? So that was cool. I had no desire to go meet him in person at a bar somewhere, no.
If you're wondering how Donkey Kong is going for DSP, take a look at this clip where he makes it look like the game has control of its own and it's forcing him to die over and over.
Zebra banana. Oh, I couldn't stop myself.
And Donkey Kong is not doing very good. So on the pre-stream, which was not a pre-stream, he got $150. And 2 hours of Donkey Kong, he got $5. That's not a good sign for Donkey Kong. And then we get to the night stream, where DSP once again has a bad choice of words, and he says, American Truck Sim is back. Join me for a chill interactive late stream as we chat, interact, and deliver the loads for mass profit. Thanks, Derek. Thanks for stopping by. And get ready for this roller coaster here. So DSP is now asking Jayde for help where he has to go in Truck Sim. He then asked if San Antonio is in Texas, then confused San Jose and San Antonio, and was confused if San Jose was in California. And the money's not coming in. So he's now looking at the leaderboards on Kick to see who's there, who's supported this week, and if any regulars are missing from the streams. I remember all the times he said, my wife cooked this meal, this Italian meal, from scratch, with fresh ingredients. Well, now he's saying he's not sure if he ever had fresh made pasta with fresh ingredients. Fuck you, Panda. Fuck you, Cat. Fuck you, Linda. And speaking of Italian, DSP is now gonna make fun of people for what he says is mispronouncing words, and Big Brain is gonna self-felt himself.
People want to be. So I say minestrone soup, and they're like, no, it's minestrone. Oh, really? Well, do you pronounce it provolone cheese, you idiot? The problem is Americans don't know how to pronounce anything. So they all just make shit up.
Minestrone. Minestrone.
It's not provolone, it's not minestrone. Now on, we're just gonna have to say provolone cheese because you think it's minestrone. That's fine. Provolone, minestrone, everything that ends in O-N-E must be pronounced with the E as an E. So the number one must be 1-E. Amazing. In Italian, it's pronounced minestrone. That's correct. In Italian, it's pronounced minestrone. That is absolutely correct. Someone said that in the Kick chat, and they're actually smart. That's the Italian pronunciation, minestrone. Not minestrone, it's minestrone. But in American or English, you pronounce it minestrone. It's a silent E, just like provolone. But people are dumb fucks.
Then goes on to say Canadians don't pronounce anything correct, which I replied with, I dare you, Phil, to say the word golf. And DSP's worried, because for the entire day so far, he's only got 2 tips, and he wants more, dude. Then we have this super chat. If it mentions HRT, it's all about Ryan. I wish I was there to support the Mario stream. I wasn't there because I needed to see my doctor for my HRT and anxiety. I hate knowing I could have saved the game if I was there to donate $50. Sorry. Then someone asked him, can you get a tan? And DSP said he can get a tan, but he first needs to get used to the sun and let it burn. Whatever the fuck that means. And look at that, it's NCU yet again. I won't be around tomorrow for Friday Night Fights, and gotta dip out early tonight, unfortunately. So I hope you don't mind if I contribute this as well right now. And despite DSP saying every single stream, if this game doesn't hit the goal, it's gone, it's cancelled, I'm getting rid of it, he now says it's okay to miss support goals on a stream because he isn't doing a streak anymore. Make that make sense. Then he always does this to give like a little hint, nudge nudge, wink wink for people to support. He comes back from a break and makes a joke that he made a $1,500 tip, just like he did The night of Mario Kart, when he came back twice after the stream ended and said, "I have received absolutely nothing." That's his way to tell his audience he's pissed off and he wants that money now. And look who's back, NCU. Second goal done, buddy. He was 79% of the support. So you know how DSP watches trailers and videos on his pre-stream? Well, guess what, guys? The free ride's over, so he might start charging $20 to watch videos on the pre-stream. And now DSP, yet again, going on about Kino Casino and Truth Seekers, and how he got everything exactly what he wanted at a Kino Casino.
For the record, I'm just gonna say this. I mean, these people who are so delusional, who just want to keep believing what they believe, like in the last year, since this whole thing, remember this all started, this whole Bill's a little bit more popular, seen in a more positive light, more people coming by and supporting him. This all started about roughly a year ago. It was right late July, early August is when it all began. So we're around about the year anniversary now, right, of all this change. So, no exaggeration. Since it all began, I'm doing way better, and you guys can see why. You realize that back, you know, for like a span of many years, it was an insane rarity for me to get a lot of support on a stream. It was a rarity for me to get a lot of support on a stream. It was like the rare occurrence that would happen. You know, a lot of these streams that I was doing, I was working all day and I was making like 50 bucks. And that's why things were bad. Things are just so much better for me now. I'm regularly hitting goals, exceeding goals. Yes, you can't do it every stream, and I know that. But I'm hitting and exceeding goals. Just think of all the episodes of DSP Tries that we've done since we brought it back because I'm hitting so many support goals. I'm playing crazy variety of games that's really fun. People are enjoying all the content that I'm doing. Interactions. People love hanging out with me. I love hanging out with you. It's very different than how it was in the last, it was just like a year ago. In a year, how things have changed so positively, right?
Go straight.
But there's these idiots that are out there saying things like, oh crap, that's a turn signal. There's idiots out there saying stuff like, you know, oh, Phil's doing poorly. Oh man, he really screwed up with his Kino Casino arc. What on earth are you talking about? It all went exactly according to my plan. Like, I don't think it actually could have gone any better. Besides maybe if I had canceled my appearance on that stupid weirdo UFO guy show. Like, that was the one thing that kind of, if that hadn't happened, it would have been absolutely perfect. If I just said, oh, I have to cancel last minute, and then I broke off the whole Kino Casino thing, it would have been perfect. But I went a little too long. I was hoping to milk a little bit more out of the situation. But everything went perfectly according to plan. Now, I actually get way more engagement, way more support. My whole setup into plan. Now, I actually get way more engagement, way more support. My whole setup is so much better. My life is so much better off. I can take extra days off to be with my wife every time and again. Things are good. Things are way better right now than they ever were. But the thing is, these people are like so delusional, they still believe that Phil is in bankruptcy mode. My bankruptcy was over 5 years ago. Things are great. Things have bounced back. I'm in demand. People want to come by. They want my attention. You heard what Ava Cowboy fan just said? Can I pay you 20 bucks to react to a video? What? Before, like, that would be the rarity to have anyone want to do that. Now people are just asking to give me money to do stuff. It's like, do you not see how things have changed? When people say absolutely insane stuff like, you got felted. Do you even know what felted means? Felted means you're broke. Felted means you're at the casino, you gambled it all, and you lost. You lost at the casino. So you're broke, and everything went wrong. All you can see is the felt of the table because all your money's been taken away from you. It's literally been the opposite. Since the whole last year, the arc of the casino, things are better for me. I have more viewers. I have more people who like me. I have more people coming by and supporting me. I'm now a partner on Kick, making bank over there. And all my streams are getting more attention, more support. It's great. Their cope is, oh, you're getting less views. No, I'm not. I'm getting split views because now I co-stream. I'm getting more views overall, but it's split between YouTube and Kick together, so it's not as many on each on-demand video, but I'm still getting the same views or more, and I'm getting way more support and attention, positive attention. So what are you talking about? These people are nuts. It literally went exactly how I wanted. I got everything I wanted out of that situation, 1,000,000%. I'd only wasted maybe 6-8 months of my time, right?
It's all over now.
I now have a new audience who watches me every night and has a good time with me, supports all my content. I'm now a co-streamer rather than just fledgling on YouTube. I've got I get paid hourly for my streaming on Kick. I get support from Kick. I get support from YouTube. Like, what on earth is anyone talking about when they say this? Again, it's the ultimate cope because I'm actually doing so much better. People want me to play every game. People want me to be reacting to content. They want ultimate cope because I'm actually doing so much better. People want me to play every game. People want me to be reacting to content. They want me to be doing all of this. That's great. It used to be, it's hard to figure out what to do because no one, you know, oh, I have all this time now. It's the dead summer. The dead summer? This has been nothing but the opposite of a dead summer. I've been so busy with everything that I want to do and you guys want to see me do. It's been amazing. So thank you for that. Again, you have to understand, I came out of a position that was so bad that I was literally living stream to stream. If I didn't have a good stream, I was like, how am I going to buy my freaking groceries this week? How am I going to pay my bills? Now, I'm good. I'm actually in a great position. I got some money in the bank. I'm getting to the point where now things should, in the next couple of years, start to recover financially for me when it comes to like my credit score and stuff like that. If the economy turns, I can refinance my house. I have money to buy every game that I want. I can buy any console that I want, any peripheral that I want. I'm good. And it's thanks to you guys. I want you to understand that. I'm serious, right? I'm serious that I'm so happy where I am. I never wanted to be Mr. Popular, giant billionaire, millionaire. That's not what I'm aspiring to be. I'm just aspiring to do what I love for a living and make a good living doing it and to be kind of safe where I am. And right now, I've hit that point. So these idiots saying toxic shit like, oh, you got felted. Are you retarded? I am so much better off right now than I was back then. What on earth are you talking about? 100%. This last year has gone super well. Exactly what I was hoping for. The only way it could have gone better is if I hadn't been on that last appearance on the UFO show or whatever the fuck it was. Truth Seekers. If that hadn't happened, that would have been actually the absolute perfect heist. But outside of that, everything's been great. Okay.
And despite getting over $500 today, DSP is still begging for more money so he can eat fast food tomorrow. What a greedy bastard. And now we get to Friday. Let's see how the week ended for DSP. And we start off today, looking back at the Wolverine doll story. However, DSP's true voice will come out here.
The next question is from Taco Manx. And Taco Man X, I'm not sure. And he says, is there something as a kid that you desperately wanted but you never got? Like a toy or a video game? Now this is a funny story. This is a very funny story, okay? When I was a kid, there was this one year, and let me, please, all of you on the stream, if you are a parent, if you plan to be a parent someday, please heed my advice because this is something that, just heed my advice. You listen to the story, this will help you, okay? When I was a child, I was very different than the other children. My mom could take me to the local store, and what she would do, she would go to the toy department first, before we looked at anything else in the store. She would say, okay, Philip, because she was going to be Philip. She'd say, okay, Philip, pick any toy, and I would look around, ooh, I like that one, and she'd hand it to me, and I would look at it, and the whole time we were in the store, I would just look at the toy, look, oh, it's nice, it's an awesome toy. I would read all the packaging. Of course, I couldn't read limited reading that I had back then, but I would read as much as I could. Yeah, look at colorful packaging. I remember back then the biggest thing was He-Man figures. So as I was He-Man, I would look at the figure. So it'd be hours. My mom would be in the store shopping for different stuff or whatever. And finally, at the end of the day, we'd go back to the toy department and I would put the toy back. And I wouldn't bitch and moan. I wouldn't demand that my mom buy it for me. I knew that that was just a normal day. She was there to go get groceries or whatever it was we were there for. And that when it was either my birthday or a holiday, that's when I would get my toy. And that's how I was as a kid. And a lot of you might be saying, what the fuck? And yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was my raising or if it's just the way I was. I was very content to see stuff for an unlimited amount of time, put it back, and then know that if I want that permanently, I can get it on a holiday. I don't know, it's just how I was as a kid, okay? So yeah. So I remember this one time. Now this was much later than that. That was when I was a small child, when I was much older. So we're talking, I was still preteens, but I was around that age, you know, the 10 to 12, whatever, range. And I was heavily, this is a time of my life, I was heavily into comic book collecting. I would read every X-Men, so there are like 4 different X-Men books. I would read every X-Men book. I would read every single, certain Spider-Man and stuff. I was into it. I was into the Marvel comics at the time. And I remember I remember, this one time I was into, again, I still like the action figures. I was into the X-Men action figures at this time. And this time I had an allowance, so I would save up my money and I'd spend it. So every once in a while I'd buy these X-Men action figures. So this one day, here's the thing. A lot of people might not even realize this too. This was nuts. I gotta go into detail a little bit about this. This was absolutely nuts. So, you know, toys are for kids, right? What happened back then is that because the comic book fad was so big, other things that were offshoots of comic books also became collectible and highly valued. So for example, the X-Men figures, when they came to a store, the box would have like a lot of certain figures and very little of others, and one of the ones that was the variant that was rare was Wolverine, which was nuts. Why would you make Wolverine the variant that only has a few per box of shipment? Because Wolverine is one of the most popular characters in the X-Men universe. So the Wolverine figure was very rare at the time, okay? And I remember, I went to a comic book store one day with my parents and the Wolverine figure was there and it was expensive. It was like maybe, I think, 20, 25 bucks, when really the other figures only cost like 7, 8 bucks. So this one was worth 3 to 4 times more than a normal figure because of its rarity. And I turned to my mother and father and I said, guys, listen, I want that action figure for my birthday. So, please, what I would ask you, I've never asked you to do this before. We know how rare that figure is. We know we've been to stores endlessly. We've never seen it in the flesh. It's finally here in front of our faces. Please buy the figure now. Hide it from me for from months until my birthday and give it to me on my birthday. This will ensure that I will get this action figure because we know how rare it is. And it's the first time we've seen it. And I begged with my parents and I pleaded with my parents to get it, right? So the way it worked is that maybe once a week we would go to the comic book store. And so like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row, they still didn't buy it, right? Week 4, we go back. It's gone. We asked the store owner what happened. Someone bought it, and I have not, we haven't gotten any more. We've gone to other, it's so popular, we've gone to toy stores. No one can find this action figure anymore. It's that rare, because it was the most popular fake character at the time. Wolverine, he was the rarest figure, because he was the variant figure in the box figures that would be shipped to toy stores. So my birthday came and passed, and guess what? My parents go, we're very sorry, Philip, but we couldn't find the action figure. I said, I told you to buy the figure. Why don't you listen to me? Like, it was such a no-brainer. All they had to do was buy it then. They could have fiended it forever. I would have never bugged them for it till my birthday. I knew I was going to get it on my birthday. Because they didn't buy it, I didn't get it. I didn't get that figure, I kid you not. I did not get that figure for almost a year. And the reason I got it is because the figure manufacturer realized it was so popular that they were idiots for not making enough. They did a second run, and of course now the figure was valueless because everyone had it because it was the second run figure. So I did eventually get it, but it was the second run, and of course now it's a year later. Do you really think that something I won a year ago is as valuable as, then? But then I was already starting to move into other stuff. So I give you this advice. If you're a parent and your kid definitely tells you they want something and you see it ahead of time, you fucking buy it. You don't wait, because this is what happens every year with Tickle. Remember they had Tickle Me Elmo? They have all these toys. Every year there's the hot toy, and parents don't listen. They don't buy it when they see it. They wait, and all of a sudden, last minute, everyone goes to buy it, and you don't get it. And now you look like an ass in front of your kid that you couldn't go just do the simple thing of buy them the thing that was there and available right in front of their face at one point. It's very disappointing for the kid. So if you could get it ahead of time, get it ahead of time. Okay. Now, let's see. And yes, I see someone asking in the chat. Yes, my parents did have the money to buy it. They were just fucking stupid. Let's put it that way.
And DSP says it takes him an hour to do thumbnails. And look at the quality he puts into it. Look at the word finish. And one of the very first things we see, absolutely disgusting. Look at the eyes, look at the face, look at those teeth. Absolutely disgusting, every single part. And despite DSP being supported by like 3 or 4 people, he believes he has a few thousand dedicated viewers that give him money every day, and it shouldn't be a problem for them to give him $300 for the rest of his life. And DSP has decided the Mega Man Rageathon is back. The one that everyone hated and shit all over him for. That is right, he wants to do Mega Man 4, 5, and 6. I can't wait not to watch that. And someone brought up the topic of Helldivers too, since there was a huge update since the last time he played it. And he said he'll play it, but he wants $1,000 to play it. And look at this slut. Showing off his legs, showing off his feet, trying to get money. What a slut. And now DSP is going to explain how his life is so full off streams that he has everything going on. And he's so busy and everyone loves him. And he has no time to himself, dude.
I do a bunch of stuff off stream. I hang out with my wife and we watch stuff together. We listen to music. I watch her game. We watch other creators and videos and streamers as well together. We go out and we do stuff together. You know, we have a pet cat named Jasper who we spend a lot of time with. We upkeep the house. We like nature. We have all kinds of local nature and things that we like to look at and spend time with. So we're busy. We are very, very busy. Outside of me streaming, my life is very full. I'm not bored. Like, I'm not a kind of guy that has time to sit around and be like, man, I'm bored. I'm the complete opposite. I don't have time to be bored. I'm always busy doing stuff. I do.
And now, DSP, despite being so successful, he's now going to look at Kick and looking at the leaderboards. And he's going to audit who's on stream, who's giving him money, and who hasn't been around since he came back. But remember, guys, he's successful and everyone's jealous of him.
We got some super chats. We got some memberships. Now I'm looking at Kick. What's going on over there? Let's get our first sub of the day on Kick. One sub. One sub. One sub on Kick. Come on. Let's do it. One singular sub. We can get one sub right now on Kick. Let's get some support for the probably 100 people that are watching me over there. Let's see how many are over there right now. You ready? 92 people are watching me on Kick. That's a lot. That's actually a significant amount. I didn't think there would actually be that many. I thought it'd be like 70, 60 today. There's 100 people or 90-something people. Let's get one sub. One sub. One freaking sub. Come on. No, someone just said no. Well, that's it. I'm turning the stream off right now. So much for you. I hope that you enjoyed the stream because that's all you're getting today. Turn that sucker off in 3, 2, 1. All right. Hopefully we get some support from Kick today. All right? Because let me tell you something. Support from Kick seems to be up and down and all around all the time. Sometimes I'll have a week and it'll be like a crazy overabundance of support from the Kick viewers. We'll have a lot of viewers. We'll have a lot of people gifting subs and everything, and it's great. And then we've got like a week where it's like dead, and there's like nothing. This week, the first 2 days of this week, Sunday, Monday, were amazing. And then all of a sudden, since Tuesday, Kick has been almost like a ghost town for support. There's been a few people. I'm not going to say, oh, there's been none. If you take a look at the leaderboard, the weekly leaderboard here, so your future steps, weekly leaderboard here, so your future steps had Darkside Jasper and Theologist and also Christ is King. We're all great. But outside of that, as you can see, a lot of the regulars have not been around, right? They're just not here. Where's Harsh But Fair? Where's Lance Catamaran? Where is everyone? Where'd they been? So that's it. Kick basically is like feast or famine. Really, it is. It's like feast or famine. So let's see how it goes. And for the record, because people say this, yes, I am in the Kick Partner Program. Yes, I get paid for getting viewed on Kick. It's not a lot of money. It's way lower than you think. It's let me put it this way. It's way lower than minimum wage anywhere around the world. It's terrible, okay? But it's good for like long streams, like on a marathon day, it's good. But only on things like that. For the normal streams, it's not a lot. All right, at all. So just getting a few subs, it means the world. It's way better than, oh, let's just hope that I get some good views today so I can make some partner revenue. It's pittance. Okay, it is. It's pittance. You only make good partner revenue if you have like thousands of viewers on your stream, which is never going to happen for me on Kick because I co-stream. Being a co-streamer, I'll never bring in numbers on Kick, you know? If I exclusively did some streams on Kick, maybe I would boost those numbers, but it's never going to happen the way that I stream. So...
And DSP finally got to that point in Death Stranding 2 where he met the VTuber that was put in the game. And of course, you know DSP hates VTubers. And he's gonna complain how annoying they are.
Great. Okay. A little obnoxious, but okay.
つながったペコ。これは調査に使えるわ。みんなと話もできるしね。ご褒美ってことで、ステルスしやすくなる静音設計のアサルトライフルと足音を抑えられるブーツ。そして AI カモフラの柄をプレゼント for you。その柄のスーツを着ると、なんとモグラ地雷の AI カメラに認識されなくなるペコ。
I'm not gonna say anything. Is this a real VTuber? Do people think this is actually a real VTuber in Japan? Bye for now. Here's my reaction.
I'm guessing you must be pretty tired. Get yourself back to the DHP Magellan and take a break.
Oh, what's this? What the?
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. One more. Great. You think Norman Reedus agreed to this? Did he know that this was in the game? Probably not. Do you think Norman Reedus would have refused to be in the game if he knew that the hat was in it? Oh, that's it. That's the last straw, man. I had enough. Enough people talk about my ass and me peeing. And I gotta wear this.
And DSP finally got his gourmet hot dogs. And look how excited he is. What a retard. And of course, every single time DSP gets a delivery, he has to complain about the delivery driver and how they mess something up. And this is no exception.
Today's DSP Tries It, I'll be eating a hot dog, a chicken sandwich, and donut bites made by a pancake house. Interesting. However, this did lead to one downfall today when I was trying to get this food delivered. So I ordered it for delivery about 45 minutes ago. You know, this didn't arrive 45 minutes ago. Reason being, the person who was delivering it drove, arrived at the business, looked up, and it said, this is the International House of Pancakes. This isn't MLB Ballpark Bites. This is the wrong place. They drove around for 15 minutes in the parking lot looking for MLB Ballpark Bites. Eventually, I had to text them and say, hey, just so you know, I looked it up, and it actually is IHOP, so you got to go into IHOP to get my order. Then they stopped driving around, went into IHOP, and got the order, but it resulted in the order being late. Okay? So this whole ghost kitchen thing still has some bugs to be worked out. Like, why wouldn't they just list it on a delivery app as, say, MLB Ballpark Bikes, courtesy of IHOP, so that the person picking it up knows where to get it? Oh, I mean, that might take some intelligence, though, to figure out, right? Like, you have to have a brain to say, hey, actually give the name of the business where you're picking up the food to the person who needs to pick up the food.
And look at this gourmet hot dog. It looks like absolute slop. You wouldn't even feed that to a dog. And of course, on the night stream, DSP complained in yet again low support. And someone said, not everyone can support. And DSP responded by saying, if you can't support, that means you're broke, and go get a job so you can support the stream. So DSP did a second night in a row of fighting games. Let's see how well that went for DSP.
If a Cowboy fan, you have to understand, I played these games back in the day when they were in arcades, before the era of online lag abuse. So I love these classic fighting games, I really do. But to see people abuse the online play so badly is just pathetic. It's actually an embarrassment, and it really should be documented. How in the modern era, people just play to win rather than play to love or enjoy. There's no honor even to these games anymore. It's just a bunch of fucking scrubby shit. What the fuck? He instantly recovered from a fireball and got to parry? Yo, fuck this guy. You are ass. Are you kidding me? So unreal. I could just keep doing helicopter kicks in the air. You can never punish because the game freezes and lags. I can just do random fucking bullshit and get away with it. You suck. You literally, again, lag abuse. It's blatant lag abuse. Again, over and over. These players are ass. Garbage. Hasn't hit me legit once yet. Another roll super that I can't avoid in lag. The guy is a complete fucking scrub. Roll mash, roll mash, roll throw, roll mash. You suck, dude. Yes. Play online with the worst connection possible and roll and mash buttons like a fucking idiot. And this is a grandmaster. Yeah, you're a grandmaster of fucking sucking shit. You roll mash in lag. Are you kidding me? Fuck this guy. All right, to hell with this guy. I'm just gonna beat him now. I'm just gonna fucking beat him now. Grandmaster, roll masher. Fuck this idiot. You knew it. First game, guy whose connection lags, roll mashes buttons. Jesus, dude. Alright, fuck this. Let's see. Where's Cammy? Here we go. You wanna fucking play, we can fucking play. No mercy for the fucking scrubs. I've had enough. Let's go. Shoot or get off the pot. Hurry up. We don't have time for this. You can finish masturbating later. Oh, come on. No. He mashed Dragon Punch in the lag, hoping my combo wouldn't work, which is what happened, and he got a free counter hit. Every scrub does this now. You notice that? Every terrible player literally just mashes for Dragon Punches in the lag, hoping that it will burst through your attack and hit you. That is absolutely fucking pathetic that you did that. That is a scrub tactic, because if I didn't press the move, you lost. You're just hoping for the insane Hail Mary hit. It's not an intelligent move from a good player. It's a scrub move from an idiot. And they all do it. They do it in Street Fighter 6 as well. How much you want to bet that's where they fucking learned it? Was Street Fighter 6. That, oh, if I just jump and I mash this button, it works. Fucking idiocy. Couldn't block. Are you kidding? So he just starts mashing. I do cannon spike. Drops my cannon spike. He mashes, bashes, bashes, gets a free combo and lag. You suck.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
Bitch. Right in the fucking balls. Right in the bison balls.
Go for broke. Fight.
No. Bullshit. Look at the lag. It won't stop fucking freezing. What? I was so far away. I can't do anything. I'm getting frozen. Look, I can't move. Fuck you, bitch. What? Are you kidding? Roll super. I can't move. I'm free combo for him mashing buttons. I never did anything. He hit me with a short. Are you kidding? It froze. He rolled supered again and it froze. You see? I had him. He rolled. I pressed short. It was over. The game was over and it dropped my input because he rolled, it froze the game. This guy is a cock-sucking loser. He literally only hits me with roll mash. He did it again. He literally did it again. You are a terrible fucking player and a terrible fucking human. Really, you are. You're an awful person and an awful player. You don't even understand how to play. You abuse the lag 100%. What a fucking worthless piece of shit. Again, I'm not gonna do, he rolled, you know, it froze. When he rolls, every time he rolls, the game freezes. It drops whatever input I'm doing, and he gets a mashed move every time. Yes, he's a terrible human because anyone who has a fucking lick of respect for a fighting game or their opponent wouldn't just abuse online netcode like that, knowing that the game lags like it does. First of all, he knows he has a terrible internet connection, and he abuses it to make sure he gets the free hits. I would be sure to know that he knows that his connection sucks shit, and it's the only reason he even wins matches is the rolling and mashing. It's fucking pathetic. The guy is absolute ass. Notice whenever it's not lagging and he's not roll mashing, I hit him every time, I get combo, then all of a sudden, game freezes, I get fucked, roll, immediately he gets jabs or throw, and I can't do anything about it. You also notice it's never broken a throw. Every time he rolled throws, I'm pressing buttons, why isn't it breaking the throw?
Next location is...
I rolled, nothing. I rolled on reaction, nothing. Fuck this laggy fucking piece of shit game, dude. You didn't beat me. You fucking jumped around, you mashed buttons, you got away with nonsense. It's so bad. Are you kidding? It froze. He roll supered again and it froze. You see? I had him. He rolled, I pressed short, it was over. The game was over and it dropped my input because he rolled, it froze the game. This guy is a cock-sucking loser. He literally only hits me with roll mash. He did it again. He literally did it again. You are a terrible fucking player and a terrible fucking human. Really, you are. You're an awful person and an awful player. You don't even understand how to play. You abuse the lag 100%. What a fucking worthless piece of shit. Again, I'm not gonna do, he rolled, you know, it froze. When he rolls, every time he rolls, the game freezes. It drops whatever input I'm doing, and he gets a mashed move every time. Yes, he's a terrible human because anyone who has a fucking lick of respect for a fighting game or their opponent wouldn't just abuse online netcode like that, knowing that the game lags like it does. First of all, he knows he has a terrible internet connection, and he abuses it to make sure he gets the free hits. I would be sure to know that he knows that his connection sucks shit, and it's the only reason he even wins matches is the rolling and mashing. It's fucking pathetic. The guy is absolute ass. I can't even move. He's terrible. Dude, he literally got away with lag abuse a million times in the corner. I did anti-air level 3 super. It comes out and he gets to block, then punish, even though I did it with the right timing. He teleported to the ground. I do up ball, drops my up ball so I can't get him out of the air. Fuck you. This guy is a fucking dog shit player. No one should fucking play this piece of fucking human trash. You are a fucking piece of shit. You need to be wiped from this earth. What a scumbag. Really, what a fucking laggy scumbag.
And then DSP says, if you want fighting games on Friday, you better start supporting in the next few weeks. Or else, ban, gone forever. And look at that, the moobs are back. And that's how the week ended for DSP. If you like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.